Yo, what's up guys, hope you're all doing well, and we are back with the daily videos once again. We've been on a little bit of a break. We've not uploaded Rocket League to this channel for about 2 weeks, over 2 weeks now. We've been at the RLCS major, putting in that work, and we've finally done with the tournament, had a few days off after the tournament, and we're back with the daily content. So we're going to be doing a 3v3 video today. We're going over some of the replays that we played in scrims against NRG. I've only got 2 replays for you guys today. Not really got too much time to record, but I want to be uploading daily, and this is a start at least. So I've got the last 2 games of the scrim. This was the first time we played NRG. This was game 7 and game 8 of this 1 hour scrim. So let's get straight into it. These guys, you know, obviously they came into a tournament as the #1 seed, and spoilers, they finished 2nd. So they're definitely the best NA team. Playing like the best NA team anyway, and they've shown that for over a year now. So it's always interesting to play like other region teams. Obviously the first LAN, you know, you didn't know what to expect when you come up against these teams, but it's always nice to come up against some new faces. I remember the first time we played a cross-region scrim was against Envy, and that was like very fun. So we're gonna get into this one. Start things off with a nice little corner read. Almost scored that one actually, but put it in mid for my teammate. Scrub dunks him on the goal line, gets the first goal. But obviously these are scrims, you know, nothing to be taken away from them at all really. You know, all these teams that are scrimming, they could do well in scrims and then not do well in the tournament. At the end of the day, scrims are very, like, everyone plays with full confidence, so you never really know what you're gonna get. That was unfortunate. It was a really good play, but unfortunately Yost got an extra touch at the end, which he didn't want. Puts it away from me. Just got a position goal. See, this play from Scrub right here, it's actually weird because obviously people will think that he did nothing, but what Scrub does here is he stays underneath the ball. He probably has ball cam on here. He has ball cam off, which is even better. So he has ball cam off. He sees that there's no one there, so he sees that we have time. What he doesn't see is the left side of his camera here, so he doesn't know if anyone's coming in for the shot. If he hears the call last second that someone's coming, he knows that he can just double jump into this ball or flip into this ball, and he can get out of the way. And that's what he does that's what he does here by staying underneath the ball. He puts that threat for the attacker of the other team to know that he can't just come in and take a shot, that Scrub's there and he's going to be able to make a play on the ball whenever. And then that makes loads of space, because even if Garrett was there, let's be honest, he's not there, he's not going to be able to make a play on the ball. But let's say Garrett was there, he sees Scrub underneath the ball, he can't go for that ball anymore because he knows that Scrub will be first, and then that lets Scrub leave the ball for me, who clearly has a better angle on the approach of the ball, and I can just pass it off to my teammate, and we get a nice little pass and play going. A little bit too high of a pass for me there, to be honest. Nice. I was covering as 3rd man here. Make sure I cover all the options. Fake out just and go high. Go low. So I noticed throughout the scrim that obviously this was game 7 of the scrim. We'd played 6 other games. And these guys, they were falling for a lot of fakes whenever I went low. So that's why you'll probably notice me go low on every aerial I have really, because it was working most times. I was just playing quite patient, just waiting it out, letting the opportunities come. This is a difficult read. I actually got a touch, but it looks like it wasn't too good. I was quite happy we got a touch there, but unfortunately hits the ceiling. I think, yeah, Yost could have done better as well. He was expecting a touch to the wall, which is quite ambitious here. If he just turns back to net, he probably gets a ball. He gets a hit on this ball. He also starts boosting, so a little bit of a misplay from both of us there. Quite a tough read to get. Also a tough read for Yost to see where that ball is going from me, because it's on those reads it's difficult to say where you're going to put the ball as well, because those reads right above your head on the backboard are like, they're very hard to get when it's going fast. Make sure I follow on my teammates hit. We're just playing slow defense right now in this game, and it's quite simple defense from us, and it just works because we don't need to go for these balls, or we don't need to go for them fast at least. Bit of an ambitious one for me. I shouldn't have gone up for that, especially I took so long to go up, so I should have just waited. One thing you'll notice what we're doing very well in defense is that we're not using boost and we're not using our momentum to get back to net sooner than we need to be. So you'll see here I'm supersonic. I actually break to let go of supersonic because I don't need to be back into my net. I want to be covering this mid pass from Squishy. I don't need to be covering a shot because there's no shot that can get on target right now. You'll notice what a lot of players do and what a lot of mistakes that lower ranked players do is that they get back to net so soon. That actually puts them out of position because they can't make a play on the ball. They have to wait for the reactionary save that they have to make, if that makes sense. So what I do here is I can turn mid. I choose not to go for it because I know that Justin's there. So now I can cover the shot. And I have a much easier time going for this ball here than I would have if I went and planted my car in net with no momentum. You always want to keep momentum when you're going around the pitch, especially in defense. And if you just go back to net straight away, you're not going to be able to do that. Got a bump on Squishy there, so good play from me. And look how awkward that makes them. All of this is off of like one bump, which led into another bump. Nice call from Scrub there. I remember this calm. He was like, leave it, leave it, leave it, because Yoris was going to cut in front of him there. But it was a good leave as well. Got the second goal. But if we want to highlight this play, I mean, this play all started from, I make my play on the ball, I'm done, ball cam off, go for the bump. So Squishy's bumped out the play now, which means he can't get a hit on the ball. Scrub puts it high, and he bumps Garrett out of the way. And now we've bumped two guys, and we get a 350. So we've bumped one guy out the way, and I know that Squishy's coming in. I have like basically 100 boost. I could make any play I want on this ball. I know that the best play is actually a low 50 to use no boost. The reason being is because we've just took out a player. If I low 50 Squishy, he's not going to expect this low 50. If you look at Squishy, he's contacted the ball quite high because he's blocking a shot or blocking the high hit. He's not worried about the low 50. So I know that if I go low, this will leave it either mid or to the right side because I've covered the left side of the ball. And that puts it to my teammates. If it goes mid, it leaves it to Yaris. If it goes to the right side, it leaves it to Scrub. And it left it to Scrub. We score from it because we're not going to... Not many players in Rocket League are going to be missing 1v1 chances from that range, especially Scrub or Yaris. You know, they're quite good 1v1 players. Actually, a little bit too far pushed up for myself, I think. I should not be that far pushed up, especially on a 50. I get bumped out of the way. It's a good recovery to land back post. And again, it's very insignificant when you first look at it, and not a lot of people will think that this turn here is good or like has any significance to it, but it's actually quite important. So what a lot of players will do and what a lot of players make mistakes in is that they cover the same things as their teammates. So Yoris is on the ball, he's making the play on the ball. Scrub's covering our net, and I know that. I don't see Scrub, but I know that because of the comms, and I know that because of the rotation. So I know that I don't need to cover the net here. It's not my job. My job here is to actually play the part of the field where the ball could go. And the part of the field where the ball could go is forward off of Yoris's 50. Because I know that Scrub is covering everything behind Yoris. So I don't need to cover that. So I cover everything in front of Yoris for the 50 in case we can get a counter-attack opportunity. And now when the 50 goes behind him, now I cover behind Scrub. And that's what rotation, I mean, a little bit of a ball chase from Yoris, since he seems to be getting quite ball chasing in this game. But that was definitely Scrub's ball. But that was really good rotation from all three of us. And it's little things like that that make such a huge difference. And that's why our defense was, I think, quite solid this game so far. Not the best hit from me. It's also not the worst. So I say not the best hit. People probably going to say, oh my god, this was terrible. But realistically, I give him the ball. I've got both my teammates covering behind me. So what happens is the ball, that will never go on target. As long as Yoris somehow doesn't, you know, like drop his controller or someone comes in and pushes him out of his chair or something, that ball is never going in, even if it's on target. So that gives us a free ball. And now Yoris can either go in the air or he could pass it to the wall. He chooses to go in the air, fakes it low, and he flicks it to me. And he gets a flick to the moon, which I could have positioned a bit better for, but was not expecting that. It was a great pass though, if I was there for it. But little things like that as well, you know, sometimes you don't have to hit the ball, or sometimes you can let your opponent hit the ball. because he gets a really good bouncy teammate behind you. I'm just being awkward there, getting an awkward touch and go for an awkward bump on them. Try to fake them out and go for the bottom right shot. You'll notice I'm playing this game very slow because it's normally not my playstyle. I'm normally quite just hold on to boost and play like the disruptive role and threes on my team. But you'll notice that I'm playing very, very slow and methodical in terms of my approach to the ball, even when I have 100 boost, because I've noticed that these guys were falling for a lot of like low 50s or like fakes. So I just kept going for those. This time they blocked it. Almost go past them. But look at the outcome of this ball, right? Even though I don't get the shot off, it doesn't matter because I'm covering the left side of the ball, which means the ball can't go to the left side of the pitch, if that makes sense. If there's a car there, it's not going to go there. So the ball's going to go to the right side, and my teammate's rotating on the right side of the pitch, so he can just turn onto this ball now. And there we go. He has free ball. I stay back post just there for the pass, and it's a great shot, but slightly off target. Thought it was on. You'll notice there again, I just go low because that ball is never going to go in behind me. It doesn't matter if they get a block on that ball. The ball's never going to go in, even if it's on target. I've got 2 defenders behind me with 100 boost, or with a lot of boost anyway, not 100. So let's ball bounce up and go high. Go for a high block even. Oh, what a pre-jump. Getting confident. See what I do here. Missed my flip set, but luckily Scrub was there for any follow-up touch anyway. Gonna play behind Yoris. One notice from... Oh my god. Oh, this is a nice play. Hold that thought. There we go. Replay that one. Just chip it into my teammate. Pass it back down. Bottom right shot. What I noticed from playing NRG is that they're very structured. They're not actually the fastest team, but they don't have to be because they're very structured. They're very good, you know. It's easy to say that they're just good, but that's what it is. This is such a good play, but like I don't know how it didn't go in. Yoris passed it off to me. I fake one out and just touch it low to my teammate. I play the passing opportunity. So what Yoris does here and I'm doing here is I'm playing the passing opportunity, so Garrett has to cover that. So what Yoris does is he 200 IQ, no, 1000 IQ, big brain, fakes the flick to me and fakes the flick to the right side, and then goes low. But Garrett, being the absolute god and genius he is, 10,000 IQ, he somehow reads it, gets a perfect block, and doesn't go in. But I thought that was such a sick play from Yoris and me, but I don't know, it didn't work. Again, this is one of those plays, I know I keep highlighting it, but I'm not scared of that ball. I'm not scared of that shot because I know I've got a teammate behind me covering every angle. That was a really good save on Cerberus. Almost got a block. Probably should have. I don't think I could have done anything there because I was on 0, but maybe could have gone for a bump instead. And that's game. Didn't realise it was ending there, but let's go on to game 2. Alright, so we've got game 2 here. Let's get into it. I say game 2, this is actually game 8, the final game of the scrim. See what happens. You'll notice that they start to adapt. They notice that I was going low on a lot of 50s and Squishy adapts into that one. It's a really good play. Luckily Justin misses his top corner shot. Post bounce is very awkward for him. Covering behind my teammates after I noticed that I'm not needed in the play. Shouldn't have took that boost there because I'm on 60 boost. I'm actually on 80 if I just played for this pad right in front of me here. But I just boost towards the boost. Smart play. Go low on that 50. Fake the hit towards the wall and just double jump into that one. I've done my play on the ball so I can leave it and go for mid. So it's good to get mid boosts when you're on defense because it stops your opponents from rotating and grabbing those mid boosts because that's what keeps their attack going. As soon as you take those mid boosts, they have to go all the way back into their half, which gives you more time before their third man can come into the play again, and that's what allows you to break out of that defense, and that's what allows you to counter attack. So those mid boosts are really important even when you're on defense. And that's not to say that you should just like, forget about the ball, forget about your teammates, leave them in a 2v3 and just gun for the mid boost whenever you're on defense and say it's their fault when you concede. But it's to say that once you make your play on the ball, don't be afraid to like push up for those mid boosts. Really, go for a bump there because I'm on no boost. I can't really do anything other than bump. Play the third man. Solo play. Should have gone for a flip set here because I had 40 boost. I could have actually flip setted into another touch or like an air dribble kind of thing. That was such a good play. Bit of a poo shot. Good save as well though. That was awkward. I wanted to go for the ball, but I was like, zero boost. Tried to get it low for Yoris, but just unblocked him. Or just unblocked me, I mean. Bad position from me. So actually, the mistake I make here is that I expect Scrub to get a hit on the spool. You should never expect your teammate to get a hit on a block, if that makes sense, because the play isn't in their hands. The play is in entirely Squishy's hands here. He dictates what goes on with the ball here. He can fake it. He can get an extra touch. Scrub has to react to that. He has to react to that. Sorry. So I can't assume that he's getting a touch on that. And what I did is I assume, and we can tell that I assumed he's getting a touch on this because I pushed forward slightly. If you look here, I push forward, I drive forward because I'm expecting the ball to go forward and for me to break out to counter attack. So I shouldn't have done that. I should have just I shouldn't have turned really. I should have just carried on going back and then turned here and going for that ball. Luckily, no one was back post for the pass there from Squishy, but could have been bad. Really nice fake from Yoris. Good flick as well. Fake that guy out. Oh, didn't get the catch. It's a good fake, but I just slightly land to the left of the ball too much, and then I did not even see that guy. You know those jump scare moments in Rocket League? I never get them anymore because I kind of have more awareness than what I used to have, but like I always had them when I was lower ranked, those like jump scares when your opponent challenges you when you're not like aware of it. That's what I got there, and I was not used to it. Completely jumped out my chair, I remember that. Really good demo. Nice counter demo from Scrub. Decent 50 from both of us really. Both teams had a good play there. It's more about the second 50 and who was following up on their teammates 50 better. Make sure I pre-flip into that and wave dash. Unfortunately no one was mid. Don't know what I could have done there. I think I should have gone for a demo. That was the best play there. So this was a really good pre-flip because I had to do it to get it underneath him. Good wave dash to pop the ball up. So I shouldn't pass this because Yoris has to turn on the spot and then get a shot, which is very difficult. So what this ball is doing is it's looping quite high. So Yoris could turn for this and go up for it or meet it at the back post. So what I should do is I should just bump Garrett here off the backboard, turn ball cam off and go for him. That would have been the goal probably if we had that, but I didn't have the awareness. So obviously Justin could have a double here, and if he gets an extra touch on this ball, that's not my thing to cover, if that makes sense. I don't need to cover this extra touch. What I need to cover is his fake or his miss. So he could call that he's faking this ball to his team, and that means that one of them could push up and get like a free shot or a free dribble off this, because that's what happens a lot in pro teams nowadays. We all call like we're going up for a ball and we're faking it, and then fans call it a miss and call us terrible. But a lot of the time they fake a hit off the wall so it gives their teammate a better angle on the ball. It's actually what we do quite a lot in offense, especially Scrubby does it quite a lot. And so Justin could call that. So I need to be there to cover this. I also need to be there to cover his miss, because what catches teams out a lot is, you know, they don't expect pros to miss, and obviously everyone's human. And when a miss happens, that's what screws everyone up because their rotation is based off the hits. So I'm here to cover his miss and to not worry about what goes behind me, because I know that my teammate here is covering whatever's behind me. So I don't need to worry about that. So I get a free ball. So what I try to do here is I try to big brain it and go, they expect me to flip set here, or they expect me to like go low because I've been doing that all scrim. So I'll fake the low hit by not boosting, then boost into it last second and go for a double tap. But the character just waited, which was really patient with him. Maybe he just predicted that of me. 200 IQ. I don't even know what happened here. I'll look at it again. Just a little bit of a missed position from Justin, I think, actually. Scrub just kind of came in and took a free net at a 2-mile-an-hour shot, so definitely a missed position from someone. I'd call it Justin's shot. Scrub goes flying past the wall. Pretty bad kickoff from me. Goes slightly too high. I wanna be covering that kickoff low. I think it's always good. This is a good play. So I assume Yoris thought he had someone up with him, like Justin went up for this ball, so he went for a flip set off the backboard, because obviously if Justin went up for that to meet him in the air and challenge him, then he needs to beat him first. So probably a missed call from me or Scrub. Probably one of us should have called it at time. Just waiting mid for this pass. I know I can't really do too much here. If I go for a pass off this backboard, we're all pushed up into the half and there's no point. So we just go for a 50. The 50 doesn't come out, but the hit behind me does, which is also fine. So my teammate's there. I'm just keeping an eye on Justin, making sure I don't get bumped. Same with Squishy. This near post position is so key, because it means that you probably can't get bumped. Not the best play for me. I shouldn't have flipped off the ceiling. The ceiling play is fine, but I could have took more time with it. Bit of a miss jump. Jumped slightly too early. Oh, that was a good play. Those flip set passes are always so difficult to cover off the wall. Nice. Go low on the 50 again. Probably just play for a bump or play for a block even. Decide last second. Nice pass. Coverage from Yoris. He knows he doesn't have to cover a shot there, so he has to cover the pass, because any shot on target I can rotate back and quickly get. And that's what defense is all about. This video's all been about that, really. Just covering different options other than what your teammate is covering. Because there's 3 of you on the pitch, you want to be covering at least 3 different options, if not more, because you can each cover more than one option. Good read on Justin there from me. 1v1 for Yoris. Couldn't quite get the flick. We're going to go into overtime for the last game. Can't remember how long this overtime was. Oh, nice recovery. There we go. Overtime. See who takes it. Nice. Probably boom this ball. I'd say it's the best play. There we go. So my teammate can cut across field and get that touch. If I take time there, it's way too risky. Oh, that's a really good pinch. Luckily it's not in. Guys played really well this game, in my opinion. Plays well every game, really. Consistent. This is a really good play. I actually scored one of these earlier in the scrim, so I went for it again. But I couldn't quite get a shot well enough. But I scored exactly that same goal earlier in the scrim. Oh, go in. Nice block. Oh. Scrub decided to play for their team in a second. Now, it's actually, unironically, actually quite a good hit from Scrub there. I'm not sure if he meant that, but he puts it into our possession again. I think what he meant to do there was probably just get a touch on the ball so his opponents can't. Oh, this looks like this is a goal. See what happened. Got it past one guy. It shouldn't have been a goal. Oh, okay. Maybe Scrub got bumped. Oh, scrub misses. Ah, okay, that's what happens. Just a whiff comes in. Hang on, let's play from US point of view. Yeah, so US expects scrub to get at ball, and then he pushes up from mid, and scrub misses and gets an open net. So bit of a unfortunate ending, bit of a poor ending, but it happens. It's what scrims are. You guys thought I'd put two wins from a scrim in the video. I'd never do that. You gotta like evenly distribute the wins out. It was an even scrim. Actually, I don't think, no, this scrim wasn't even. We won quite a lot of the games this scrim, but then the next scrim against NRG, they like smacked us. So it's quite even in the end. It's a good team, always a good scrim to play, very fun team to play against because you know what you're getting. That's why I like playing teams like BDS and NRG now. It's because you know what you're getting. You know that they're gonna come out with top level, so you can always like understand that you need to bring your A game whenever you play them. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching those, and let me know if there's any other teams that you guys want to see scrims from, because we scrimmed against every team apart from Era from Sam, the number 2 Sam seed, and Tokyo Verde. We didn't scrim those 2 teams, but any other team, guys, we scrimmed against, so I'll be definitely be down to show you guys the replays from those. So let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like on the video as always, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another daily video. Take care, everyone.